Human shield. Are you a Muslim? Alhamdulillah.
Human shepherd, not human shield.
Oh, my bad, man. Human shepherd. Are you a Muslim? Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. All right, man. So, what is the Injil, bro?
There are two understandings of what the Injil is in the Quran.
Okay, what's that?
Well, not two different understandings, but there are two things. The Injil, there is the Injil that was given to Isa alayhi salam,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's the Injil, or what's called the Injil, is the scripture that was amongst the Christians of the time.
Okay, so in this Injil, is it the book that we have today?
I would say so. About the book today, it must be the same scripture, right?
Mm-hmm.
And since it was labeled the Injil at the time, then there's a reason to believe that the book you guys have could be called the Injil, but is it the same Injil that Isa alayhi salam had? No.
Okay, so here's the next question. Where is that original Injil?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean? Where's the original Injil? If what we have today is not the same Injil that Isa had, then where's the original?
Probably like somewhere buried under the Vatican.
Bro, you cannot be a real person, bro. Are you serious?
He's not being serious.
I'm being sincere.
Bro, say Wallahi al-Azim, I'm serious, bro.
Wallahi, I'm serious. I don't know where it's at.
Okay, so so if it's buried underneath the Vatican.
No, that was literally like when you say you don't know where something's at and you just like say like something extreme.
So you're admitting
I said I don't know, probably.
So you're admitting that what you said was just insane, right?
No, I'm not saying what I'm saying is insane. I said extreme. Okay.
So let me ask you a question. Have you ever seen this Injil? Do you know what it actually said?
No.
So now here's the next question. How do you know that what we have today is a distortion or a corruption of the original if you've never seen what the original said?
Well, because it's not the same book, so it's going to be different. It was written after the time of Isa alayhi salam.
What if I said this, bro? What if I go to Surah Al-Ikhlas and I say, if I go to verse 3 or whatever, I think it's verse 3, and I say, Allah has been begotten and he begets. Is that a distortion or a corruption of the original text?
Yeah.
How do you know that?
Well, because let's say you were reciting this verse or reciting this chapter right now. As soon as you make a mistake on that first word, anyone around you is going to correct you.
How would they know that it's a mistake?
Because it's been memorized. Literally, that's one of those chapters that every single Muslim has memorized, basically.
So what?
So then
Where
you would be...
they go? Okay, for instance, where would they go to verify what the original actually says? Because, for instance, you can go to many different ayah in the Quran, like the one that most Muslims know, Surah Al-Fatiha. One of the readings for it is Malik and the other is Malik.
Yeah, they're both correct.
Well, one says owner, the other says king. So there's a different, hold on, listen to me. There's a difference of words, okay?
Yeah.
So what I'm asking you is, both of those readings are both recited. Okay, fine. Correct. Okay, they both mean the same thing. But how do I know what the actual text says? How would I be able to verify if the text says Malik or Malik?
It said both.
How would I know what the original said? Not based off of recitation.
Well, we have an oral tradition, which is what we...
Brother, listen to me. Brother.
But what I'm saying is our oral tradition...
I'm asking you a very simple question. How would I know what is written down, not what is recited?
Yeah, but what I'm trying to explain to you, right, is that we depend on the oral tradition.
Human shepherd.
I get your question.
Human shepherd. Right? If you understand my question, then just answer it.
I get, but you're doing special pleading right now. You're asking me
not based on the qira'ah, based on the text, the nas. How would I know which is which, not just the recitation. I know that there are different qira'ah, and if you're saying it mean the same thing, no problem. Mush mushkila. No problem, bro. But if I wanted to look somewhere to see if it actually said Malik or Malik, how would I do that?
So okay, the different qira'at, right?
Yes,
Like you said, the different recitations.
bro. I'm sorry, man. I'm about to just move on. I'm about to just drop you, bro. This is a very simple question.
Brother,
Where will I go to see what is written down?
you would pull up a Quran, brother.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So if I go to the Quran, Surah Al-Ikhlas, right? And I go to ayahs 2 and 3 or wherever it is, where it says Allah is not begotten, nor does he beget, correct?
Okay.
Okay. So you know that if I say Allah is begotten, right? That's a distortion of the original text, correct?
But what I'm trying to tell you is that that's not what we depend on.
Hold on, bro. Hold on.
But no, I get exactly your point. I mean,
okay,
right?
okay.
But what I'm saying is we don't depend on the text.
Okay.
Depend on the oral tradition.
Okay, human shepherd. Before any of that even happened, right? It was written down, right? Before you were able to. Now, although
no, before anything
they were
happened,
reciting it. Hold on, listen to me. They were reciting it, but eventually it was written down, correct?
Yeah, but what you just said was false. You said before any of that happened, it was written down. No, before it was compiled.
Listen to what I'm saying. So listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. The recitation was written down, right?
Each recitation?
Yes, it was written down, correct?
Before it was written down, it was memorized.
Okay, I know that, but it was written down, correct?
Yeah, everything was written down, yeah.
Okay, so if it was memorized, then there would have been no reason to write it down. I can show you a hadith where Zayd bin Thabit is commissioned by Abu Bakr to collect all of the manuscripts. And then Zayd says, why are you telling me to do something that even Allah's apostle did not command us to do? So there was a reason why it was written down. So it doesn't matter if you memorize it. It doesn't matter and none of that stuff. I just want to hear, this is my question to you. The verification, and we've already established this, so we're not going to go back to it. How you know whether or not this is a correct recitation is if you go back to the Quran. It doesn't matter any of that other stuff.
That's not true.
Bro.
But that's not true. I mean, if you go to any masjid, if you go to any time of...
Watch this. Kul huwallahu itneen. Is that correct?
You're incorrect.
Okay, why am I incorrect?
Because I haven't memorized.
Okay,
I didn't go to a text.
The memory goes back to what? The memory goes back to what?
We have each person that has a Quran memorized linked back all the way to the Prophet Ijaza.
Okay, how do you prove that the recitation is correct?
It's just, I mean, you're not getting my point, right?
I understand. I understand.
No, I get what you're saying.
It perfectly.
No, I get what you're asking. My question to you
is simple. Look, bro. My question to you is simple. How do you know that the recitation that goes back to Muhammad is the correct recitation?
There's 10 qira'at that are mutawatir, that are passed down, that are verified.
Watch this. Burned. Okay. Human shepherd, watch this. I have a recitation that goes all the way back to Muhammad that says Qul huwallahu itneen.
Let me see it.
Well, I mean, let me see yours.
But I'm asking you. I want to see. You said
recitation. It's recitation.
One
exactly.
Second. Okay, but you have it memorized, right? That's what you're saying?
Yes. My memory. Mine says Hadathana an Muhammad.
Show me.
How would I show you that?
Show me your ijaza.
How would I show you that though? How can I show you a recitation?
No. I'm not asking you to show me a recitation. If you're claiming you have this recitation that goes back to the Prophet, show me your ijaza.
How would I?
You would get a certificate.
Listen to me. How would I show you that?
you would get a certificate once you memorize the Quran, right?
How
would
would
get-
I, bro, human shepherd, this is so simple, man.
I'm not asking you
would
to
I
show me the
show you
Quran
that?
where you got it from, right? If
How,
you're
how
making
would
it,
how would I be able to prove on Muhammad? How would I be able to do that?
because you're saying that you have a recitation memorized that goes back to the Prophet, right? That's what you said.
Yes.
Show me your certificate that says that.
I don't have to.
No, you do.
Show
Just
us
like-
the
just like-
certificate of the Quran. Show us
Just
all.
just
No.
like exactly. Just like you don't have, because this is your argument.
What do you
Just
mean?
like you don't listen to me. Just like you don't have a mushaf, because you're saying that you don't need that. You just need recitation. Just like saying you don't have that and you don't need it, I can say the exact same thing.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No,
Where's your ijazah?
this is established in Islam. This is
where-
established.
What book do you have that
Habibi,
says Qul huwallahu
I mean,
ahad?
I mean, the standardized Quran has that recitation, in it, right? But
The
we have.
standardized, hold on, bro, hold on. The standardized Quran, correct?
Yeah,
So
go
you
ahead.
do have a book that I can actually go back to and read, correct? To prove your
Okay.
point?
No, but that's what I'm trying to explain to you, right?
Mhm.
Is that the Muslims
Mhm.
depend on oral tradition.
The Christians, the original Quran Christians, like Black Doctor right here, like Sister Jedediah, like our brother James down here, we're the original Quran Christians. And we say that our recitation goes all the way back to Muhammad, on to Muhammad. And it says, Qul huwallahu ithneen.
I need to see your certificate. I need to see your ijazah.
So are you saying that you need a piece of paper? You need something that's written to prove what we're saying?
If you're gonna go against everybody's understanding and memorization of what the Quran is, then yes, you need to substantiate your claim and give yourself credibility.
Okay, Mumtaz, Shuf Habibi, show me the manuscript that says Qul huwallahu ahad.
We have the Sunnah manuscripts.
Oh, so you do have a book.
But I mean,
So you do
you're
have a
not-
book.
but
So
I
you
mean,
do. Hold on, bro.
again,
hold on, bro.
what I'm saying is this is
Hold-
secondary source. This is
Hold on,
secondary.
bro. Hold on. Oh, wait. So the Quran is secondary to ijazah?
That's not what I'm saying. The
So what are you
Quran is
saying?
not the Quran. The Quran is uncreated.
So
So we don't depend on a paper.
my
keep it preserved.
original Quran is uncreated.
And you need to prove that.
Oh, so you need to prove that your Quran is uncreated as well.
But
You need to
it's
pull
proven
up the book.
itself. If you go in any masjid, if you go anywhere and you read
Uh-huh.
Quran incorrectly, you're going to get corrected.
Oh, so you do need a book.
It's- I mean,
You see
I don't
how
know-
this
I
isn't
don't know
working
if
for
you
you?
igno- I don't know if you're ignoring.
You see
I don't
how
know
this isn't. Hold on, bro.
But I don't know if you're ignoring what I'm saying.
No,
right?
I'm not ignoring it. I'm
What
understanding.
I'm
it
saying
completely.
is what we depend on first and foremost, before anything, is oral tradition. Before anything, it is
But how
oral
can you-
tradition.
But how can you prove the oral tradition if you don't have the book?
You don't need the book to prove the oral tradition.
All right, guys. So guys, 120 people in here. We have a Muslim up here that says you don't need the Quran to verify anything. Just take his word for it.
That's
And
not what I
take the
said.
take the people that came before him his word for it.
That's not what I said.
Can I say one thing?
Go ahead.
That the Sahaba, after the death of Muhammad, on the time of Osman, they all were indifferent in writing the
No,
Quran.
they weren't all indifferent.
Yes,
They weren't all. There was still majority. There was still majority consensus on it.
Osman, he said literally, Muhammad didn't die more than 15 years, and you are indifferent of Quran, like Jews and Christians.
Yeah, but that's
He
not
said
indifference
that.
of writing it down.
No. And then he burned all of them because there was big difference between all of them.
You don't have
So
to start yelling.
how come those people who you said they are memorizing good and they cannot change, they were indifferent in 15
wasn't-
years?
Okay.
That's what Osman said literally.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
what
That's not what
written
he.
in your own
That's not
book.
what he said. Literally.
Why
right?
Osman burned the Masahif?
Okay, so if you took some time, and you actually looked at what happened during the time of the standardization of the Quran, there's different qira'at, right? You have ahraf, where are modes.
He burned all of them and he left to one qira'ah. Yet these qira'at came
Listen.
back because Muslims change the Quran with their tongues.
Listen, right? There were 7 modes
Oh my God.
that the Quran was recited in.
Oh wait, okay, bro.
And the combination of these different modes leads to 10 different qira'at.
Human shepherd, listen to me. You said that there are 10 different qira'ah or modes or whatever it is that
7
you want to
modes,
call
10
it.
different qira'at, yeah.
Okay, no problem. Okay, no problem. Were these written down?
The 10 mutawatir qira'at,
Were they written down?
they're written down. At what
Okay.
time? I'm not too familiar with it. I'm
Okay.
familiar with the standardization of the Quran.
Okay,
And
no problem.
let me clear up what she just said,
They
because
were written down.
I want to clear what she
and
said.
everyone has different paper, and everyone brought to Osman their writing. So
Yeah.
it was written down, yes.
Okay, Jedediah, give me 1 second. What you said was false when you said all the companions were indifferent. No. What had happened is, because Islam was spreading, right? We were spreading to different lands. These Sahaba were taking the qira'at that they had to these different lands. And what was happening is the people there were memorizing Quran or writing Quran, but they were taking different modes, or for whatever case they may be, scribal errors, whatever case. What was happening is there were variations that were being, basically, in everyone's personal mushafs, there was variations based off their own mistakes.
Human shepherd, this is not my point, bro.
I know, but she made a point, so I'm going to clear up her point, because she said something. No, she can't misrepresent the history of the Quran, and I can't allow it to just slide.
Human shepherd, I can literally show you 2 different qira'ah where there are different. There's many of them that actually do contradict.
Okay, show me one that contradicts.
Okay. And after I show you this,
Show me one.
I can give him one. قراءة ابن عباس الشمس تجري لا مستقر لها, and the قراءة of Hafs الشمس تجري لمستقر لها.
Okay. I think from 249 from 2149. And after this, you're going to answer my question, bro.
Okay. So let's look at this contradiction. Which verse is this?
Hold on a second, let me pull it up.
You memorizing Quran, like you said, everyone memorizing Quran. Why don't you know your verse?
Let me get this.
Everybody laughed at Jedediah. She's so funny.
In the recitation, and O chief of believers, save this nation before they differ about the book as the Jews and Christians did before. So they were differing about their books.
Yes, he himself said it, as they did the same as Christian and Jews. Yeah, right. But the Christian and Jews never was indifferent in anything. They agreed. Actually, the Dead Sea Scrolls proved that what we have today is what they have 350 years before Christ.
But if you look at this claim of a perfectly preserved Quran by memorization, is completely annihilated with Islam's own sources. Right, we see from day one, people are reciting different Qurans. We see multiple barbecuings of the Quran, even by the hands of Al-Hajjaj, who went to people's private collections of the Quran. You know, this whole idea, and then you have people like Qurtubi on chapter 33 of the Quran. He says that it contained more verses than the chapter of the cow, and narrates from baby mom. Aisha herself says that when Uthman compiled the Quran, chapter 33 was missing, over 100 verses?
Mm-hmm.
So if we go to Sahih Muslim, 1049, 1050, even Ibn Abbas said, it says, if there were for the son of Adam a valley full of riches, he would long to possess another one like it. And if even Adam does not feel satisfied, but with dust, and Allah returns to him who returns. Ibn Abbas said, I do not know whether it is from the Quran or not. And the narration transmitted by Zubair said, I do not know whether it is from the Quran. As Travis just said, if we go to another hadith that's talking about that we used to recite verses in 1050, according to Sahih Muslim, and we have forgotten verses. And as Travis said again, they used to have verses that were as long as Al-Baqarah. Again, we get that from Sahih Muslim 1050 that confirms that. And then again in Sahih Muslim 2286, where it talks about the people, he's talking to the people of Al-Basra, saying, don't harden your hearts, because we hardened our heart and we forgot a lot of what was in the book. We had the certain ayahs with the length and severity of Al-Baqarah, but we don't have it anymore because we forgot it. Right? So no one can tell me it's a complete Quran, because even it says no one should say that this is a complete or we know all of the Quran, because much of it has been lost. That's Sayuti from his Iqtan on page 3, on part 378, 72. It says, let none of you say that he has acquired the entire Quran, for how does he know that it is all? Much of the Quran has been lost. Thus let him say, I have acquired of it what is available.
Yes, and الطبراني في المعجم الأوسط volume 6 pages 361 it says that the Quran was ألف حرف و27,000 meaning it was million and 27,000 letter. Now the Quran is 323,671. So it's like only we have third of it now.
Well, apparently 11,000 verses are missing, because I watched this video where the Muslims are in the mosque, and many videos arguing that there were 17,000 and they're only left with 6,000. So where's the 11,000?
Yes,
verses?
that's the ayat. That's the verses, not the letters.
Yeah, no, the verses. Yeah. That's right.
Well, this has been awesome. I hate to cut and run, especially when our brother Rob Christian is up here. I wish I could listen to him speak. But I have a service to take care of. I start in an hour, so I need to get ready. I will see you guys later.
God bless you, Jeremiah.
God bless you, Doctor. God bless everybody.
God bless you.
Hey, Rob. God bless, bro. But I was reading a tafsir from Al-Razi yesterday. I don't have access to it because I don't read Arabic, but I do rely on the translators in the study Quran, because they mention this. And Al-Razi says that it would be impossible for the Christians corrupted their scriptures. The Quran must not be talking about corrupt scriptures, because the project would have been too massive. And he understood how far the gospel had spread by this time, and nobody would have been able to traverse the world and collect all these manuscripts and do a mass corruption of this scale. So I like commentators like Al-Razi, because he's pretty honest when it comes to things like that. The Quran can't be talking about corrupt scriptures.
Yeah.
And Ibn Kathir في البداية والنهاية said also that the gospel came down in 4 gospels: Mark, Luke, John, and Matthew. So even Ibn Kathir mentioned that there was no gospel came on Jesus as they thought, but there were 4 gospels in Christianity. So even their scholars prove that. And he come now and say, oh, no, it was corrupted because 4 of the disciples wrote it. Doesn't make any sense.
If you take the narrative that the Muslims give you, it's historically impossible. Jesus would have had to been given an Injil and then lose it immediately. As soon as it was handed to him, he kicked it and it went under a rock or something, right? And then for there not to be any historical mentions of it or manuscripts of it, Jesus loses it instantly. Then in the Quran, it shows back up in the 7th century and says, you can find Muhammad in the Injil. And then guess what happens, guys? For the last 1,400 years, it blips out of existence again. This book is playing peekaboo in and out of history, or the Quran is confused about what the gospel is.
Yeah, just one more hadith for you guys. In Sahih Muslim 1452a, it says, Aisha reported that it had been revealed in the Holy Quran, 10 clear sucklings make the marriage unlawful. Then it was abrogated by 5 sucklings, and Allah's apostle died, and it was before the time in the Holy Quran. Now Aisha is confirming that this existed in the Quran at that time. The only abrogation was 10 to 5. So where in the world is this verse on suckling in the Quran? And we're not talking about suckling children. This is suckling grown men, adult men. Guys, any Muslims want to talk about the Injil? The rest of you guys in the chat, please tap and share. Tap so that we can get some more people coming in. Share so that they can come and, you know, advise and help us, so we don't have to keep on having these conversations. Tap and
Guys,
share, please.
God bless everybody again. People in the chat, thank you for having me here on the panel, brother. I mean, nice live stream, guys. Keep going.
Yeah, so we're looking for some Muslims to engage on the topic. We can definitely talk about all of the other ones. I know for a fact, Sahih Muslim 1691a, I believe it says that the Quran, or the book, was sent down to Muhammad, and the verse of stoning was included in it. So we know that the Quran has been tampered with, no problems. But I want the Muslims to address this particular topic specifically. I know that they're not going to be able to do it. We've been on live for almost an hour and a half now, and no Muslim has come up and has been able to actually engage with this properly. We've only had one Muslim out of 115 people in here. You mean to tell me that none of you guys are Muslims? Sorry, Brother Rob, go ahead.
Can you bring answering for Christ? He dropped. He wants to say something, I think.
Oh, yeah. So let me bring it back up. Sorry, Brother Rob, did you want to say something?
No, it's okay. I will, say what you gotta say, guys. But I want to add something afterwards. So let the brother speak who wants to come up again.
Oh, thank you, sir. I appreciate it, Amin, for the shout out, and to everybody. And this, it's good to be in good fellowship with a lot of Christian brothers and sisters. And I want you guys to, of course, follow the website, stay tuned to a lot of things. And in time, we are going to build a very strong case, documented case, against all the Muslims, against heretics and everybody. So, and I appreciate it. I just dropped a video on my TikTok, just a basic argument against John 17:3, those that try to use that. So go take a look at that and tell me what you think. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I appreciate you and everybody here on the panel as well. Travis, you're very funny. Keep up the good work. And
God bless, bro. Nice to meet you, man.
It's nice to meet you too.
I just want to say this really quick. We need to support all of our brothers and sisters. Everybody on this panel, you need to support, because the Muslims have no problem supporting our leaders. These frauds, these charlatans, they have no problem getting hundreds of thousands of views, lying to people. But for some reason, for the Christians, within the Christian community, we don't support each other. So we need to support each other so that this gospel can be spread properly, and so that we can equip the brothers and sisters. So make sure you guys follow the brother that was just on stage. Make sure you all follow Rob Christian. Go to his channel, subscribe, watch his videos. Make sure you follow Travis, Jedediah, Brother James. They're always pumping out good content. So please make sure you guys do that. Sorry, Rob, go ahead.
All right, brother. I want to add something, guys, on the tahrif of the Quran, if you don't mind.
Go for it.
If you give me the big screen,
sorry,
brother.
Before you start, my apologies. Christian's nightmare. To come up. Come up. Stop being a keyboard warrior. You're more than welcome to come up and teach us about the Injil.
Yeah, come up, Mr. Nightmare.
And don't forget, we got the remedy for nightmares. Muhammad said, all we got to do is spit over our left shoulder.
Yeah.
So we got
Mr. Nightmare, if you truly are a nightmare, come up and prove us what kind of nightmare you are against Christians. Come teach us about your religion. Come teach us about our religion. We double dare you now. Else you are nothing but a runner. Anyway, guys, Aisha herself admitted when Uthman finalized the Quran, Aisha herself, the mother of the breastfeeders, she admitted that the Quran got corrupted. Did you know that? This is Aisha. Look, if we go to Al-Ithqan fi Ulum al-Quran, Al-Ithqan fi Ulum al-Quran by Jalaluddin al-Suyuti, Al-Ithqan fi Ulum al-Quran by Jalaluddin al-Suyuti. For the people who do not know, Jalaluddin al-Suyuti wrote many books. He didn't only write that tafsir, that famous tafsir of his for the Quran, but he wrote many of them, many of these books, okay? This is another one. On page 390 page 390. Al-Ithqan fi Ulum al-Quran, page 390. You see, guys, I don't care about translations. We have the Arabic. We have an authentic hadith. هذا إسناد صحيح على الشرط الشيخين. This hadith is authentic as any Sahih Muslim or Sahih Bukhari hadith. So it's very authentic. The most highest form of authenticity, okay? Look what it says. After the from, it says the narrator, so the guy here in the chain of narration, he asked Aisha, سألت Aisha, I asked Aisha about the Quran, عن قوله تعالى, about the Quran regarding Allah's statement. And we're talking about Surah Taha, ayah 63. And I think we have a sister, Jedi, you can confirm, right? Inna hadani lisahirani. Inna hadani lisahirani. Here it has a grammar mistake, according to Aisha says it. And look what it says here more. وعن قوله تعالى. So we have ayah number 1 in Surah Taha, ayah 63. And another ayah, والمقيمين الصلاة والمؤتون الزكاة. Surah An-Nisa, ayah 163. So that's ayah number 2. And ayah number 3, وعن قوله تعالى إن الذين آمنوا والذين هادوا والصابئون. Surah Al-Ma'idah, chapter 5, ayah 69. So we have 3 different ayahs that contain grammar mistakes, corruption. Now let's see why that corruption happened, according to Aisha. And she explains, فقال يا ابن أخي هذا عمل الكاتب. This error is created by the scribe. The scribes have made a mistake in the Quran of Allah. أخطأوا في الكتاب. They made a mistake in the Quran of Uthman.
MashaAllah.
Boom, boom.
هذا خطأ الكتاب يا ابن أختي. هذا خطأ الكتاب. It's written in many
sorry, I misread it. Al-Kutab. Yeah, خطأ al-Kutab. Forgive me. So this multiple scribes made a mistake when they copied, because remember there were 5 copies made for the Quran of Uthman, 5 of them. In all of the 5 copies, they made mistakes because these copies were same, right? And all the copies of Uthman that he created, the 5 one, the famous one, contained at least 1, 2, and 3 grammar mistakes. Can you imagine? And they're still in the Quran of today. And Aisha herself admits it.
So, Christian Nightmare.
So,
since you came up, did you want to say something to Brother Rob, or did you want to address the topic?
Where did Uthman get the Musaf from? Rob.
What?
Who's Musaf?
Oh my God. Is this Sabir?
Let Rob answer the question. I don't know why you asked me.
Wait. No, sorry. No.
So you're running.
No.
You're running. So you're running.
Who's running?
Let Rob answer the question. Let Rob answer the question. I'm recording you, so let Rob answer the question. Let Rob
hit that mute button. Stop crying.
I didn't even understood him, by the way, guys. I only heard him saying you are running. That's it. And he repeated it 5 times.
Guys, let me say it again. Just while he's there, right? Christian Nightmare, everyone in the chat, I challenge Christian Nightmare to a debate. The debate is me and him, only me and him. Sabrina, Bubblegummer, 7-Eleven. My question
Sabrina with the
so here's the debate. The debate was, did Abraham and Ishmael ever set foot in Kaaba, build the Kaaba, and is Ishmael related to Muhammad? I said that I will have that debate if he can prove to me when Aisha was scraping the semen of Muhammad's clothes, whose semen was it? Right? I want to know whose semen was Aisha scraping off Muhammad's clothes. So today, guys, he came on a live and he said he's going to prove whose, I'm not kidding. He came on a live, said he's going to prove whose semen was on Muhammad. He opened, I'm not even joking, dude. He came on a live, he opened a book, I forget. It's one of these guys that has a lot of daif hadiths.
Yeah.
I forget the name. He opens the book to a certain page, and he closes the book, and he says that he got me. He doesn't read anything. He doesn't show me anything, and he says, "Now he's got me. He's cooked me." So, and the others on the live are going like, "What did you show? What happened?" And then he changed the subject, and then he started the personal attacks, and then he ran. So again, listen, Sabrina 711, Babu Gama, I'm challenging you, Sabrina, to a debate, but I need you to tell me first.
Guys,
Whose semen was
Guys,
Aisha
hold on.
sleeping with the clothes?
You
I
don't
dropped
need
him.
to challenge these people. They are too cowardice to debate you. They don't
You guys,
debate these people.
I dropped this guy because he threatened to urinate and defecate on Kenny's kids.
Wow.
Right? So the Christians kind of were in consensus. We're not going to entertain this T word.
No, Islam post. I can show you that your mother has a fahisha. You don't want me to go there, okay? You don't want me to open that can of worms, okay? Guys, where is the mistake in today's Quran? As Aisha, look, Aisha admitted it. If we go back, Aisha admit that this ayah here, ayah Surah Al-Ma'idah, chapter 5, ayah 69, contains a grammar mistake according to Aisha, and the chain of narration is Sahih. Now, where's the mistake, guys? Here's the mistake. Look, chapter 5 in today's Quran, ayah 69, contains a mistake. Inna ladina amanu wal ladina hadu was-sabi'una. The mistake here is in this word. It should be was-sabi'ina, not was-sabi'una. And Aisha admits it. Aisha admits, look, so if I make it more clear, Aisha admits that here, this word here, in chapter 5, ayah 69, contains a mistake, the word sabians. But because it's too hard to understand it in English, we have to go to the Arabic. So guys, look at this word compared with this word. Was-sabi'ina, was-sabi'una. Here, the Dhamma is grammar mistake. Okay, right. We're talking about the marfu', mansub, and majroor. Basically, grammar mistake. Okay, so it should be was-sabi'ina, not was-sabi'una. Sabi'una is correct. Was-sabi'una is mistake. Now, to prove my point, if we go to another ayah where Allah Himself repeats Himself again, it's basically the same ayah. Look, chapter 2, ayah 62. Allah writes it correctly. Watch. Here Allah did not make a mistake. Inna ladina amanu wal ladina hadu wal nasara was-sabi'ina.
Yeah, there it is.
Here it's correctly written. Here there is no mistake in chapter 2, ayah 62. So Allah corrects Himself here. But in chapter, look, we go back. In chapter 5, ayah 69, Allah created a mistake in the word was-sabi'una, like I showed you earlier. Chapter 2, ayah 62 is correct, but chapter 5, ayah 69 contains a grammar mistake. According not to me, but according to Aisha in the authentic hadith in Al-Ithqan fi Ulum al-Quran. Look, Al-Ithqan fi Ulum al-Quran, Jalaluddin al-Suyuti. Here in this book, we have this authentic hadith. Sahih hadith ala shart al-shaykhain. Isnadahu sahih. This is one of them, and there's two other ones as well. Inna hadhani lisahirani.
And in Qurtubi, in Tafsir al-Qurtubi to Surah Taha, verse 63 also is written there. Refuting Dawah, I was asking what Suyuti, he brought up a hadith from Suyuti. He asking which volume, I don't know.
What do you mean?
He said there is hadith about Aisha and Suyuti brought up, and he's asking which volume.
About which? This same topic or another topic?
I think this topic he was asking.
God bless you. Let him be a man and come up so we can have some fun. Hey, brother Jai, Habibi.
How you doing? God bless you. Rob showed the reference for it at the beginning from Al-Khan. So if he wants the reference, he has.
Yeah. Give me the big screen again. Look, this is the book. This is, yeah. You see, Jai?
Yep. So there you go. To the Muslims, take a screenshot and have fun with that.
Yeah, and it's the hadith expert, the Shu'aib al-Arnaut, right? He took care of the grading, right? He's even, some people even consider him to be higher than Sheikh al-Albani, by the way, when it comes to being a final muhaddith. Because
Farida loves him more than al-Albani.
Yeah, of course, because he's higher. Shu'aib al-Arnaut, he took care of the scrutiny and what do you call it? The authenticity of these hadith. So it literally says, look at brother Jai, هذا إسناد صحيح على شرط الشيخين.
Wow.
Meaning
That's
Bukhari and Muslim himself, his student, right? So if any Bukhari hadith, it's authentic as any Bukhari hadith.
And did you know that we have another companion, Abu Amr, who said that when he read that verse, he felt shy before Allah. He was embarrassed. Imagine that. Imagine Muslims are always talking about how, like, oh, the Quran is in such perfect Arabic, brother. You just need to know Arabic. And well, the companions who know Arabic better than any of them said that they used to feel embarrassed when they would read these same verses.
Yeah. Now, you know what Ibn Abbas said in an authentic hadith? Ibn Abbas said in an authentic hadith, if anything went missing, listen carefully, brothers and sisters, if anything went missing from the Quran, then add to it from your own poetry. So Ibn Abbas used to command his fellow companions to add their own personal words, their own poetry to the Quran. And remember, there are many missing ayahs. According to Ubay ibn Ka'b himself, Surah Al-Ahzab, chapter 33, used to be as big as Surah Al-Baqarah. So there are at least, according to Ubay ibn Ka'b, there are 213 ayahs missing. Because today's Surah Al-Ahzab is 73 ayahs long. And Surah Al-Baqarah is 286 long. Which means more than 200 verses are missing. I want to know where these verses are because I want to read them. And brother Jai, let me add more. According to Ubay ibn Ka'b, the ayah of stoning originally, we even know where it used to be. It used to be in Surah Al-Ahzab. Did you know that?
Exactly.
It used to be there.
Yes.
So we even know the place where it was removed from.
And you know, listen to Zayd's funny logic for why he didn't include this. Listen to his funny logic. It had nothing to do with, do you have two witnesses or this or that? He used his own logic because the way it was remembered, the verse of stoning the adulterers, it was a sheikh wa sheikha, meaning an old man and an old woman. So he said, what about the young people who commit adultery? So he said, so he didn't include it because of that. So the verse is only talking about stoning the elderly who commit adultery, and so he said, well, why would I include that? Because what about the young people? What if they commit adultery? We don't stone them, so they just didn't include it at all.
Look at this one, Jai, brother Jai. Look at this hadith. I mean, Habibi, is it Khali? Yeah, thank you. Look, Fath al-Bari. Ibn Hajar al-Asqalani, the Amir of the Tafsir for Bukhari, right? That Amir.
The Tafsir Daddy.
The Tafsir Daddy of Bukhari, yeah. Volume 17. Fath al-Bari, right? Fath al-Bari is in front of you. Bisharh Sahih al-Bukhari. There you go, Fath al-Bari. Page 435. I have all the books, brothers and sisters. 435, look. عن ابن عباس بسندين كل منهما حسن. So there are at least two Hasan reports, which makes it equal to a authentic hadith. And here even look, وإسناد البيهقي من وجه آخر صحيح. So there are two Hasan hadiths, and one of them is even, a third one is even sahih. Okay? Wow. Two Hasan's hadith for the same report, and one of them is even authentic. Look what it says. Ibn Abbas said what? Look. إذا خفي عليكم شيئا من القرآن فاتبعوه من الشعر.
Wow.
If anything, according to Ibn Abbas, Habr al-Ummah, if anything went missing from the Quran, any ayah or any word, Any surah went missing, add to it from your own poetry.
Wow.
That's crazy, man.
But that's
Sahih
what
Hadith.
Muhammad did. Yes, because that's what Muhammad did. Like, look at Ibn Aggad, 40 years before Islam. And Muhammad took from him Ashab al-Fil, the elephant things, and from his poetry. So Muhammad collected from many poetry and poets before him, and he put in Quran. That's what Muhammad did.
By
So
the
it makes sense.
By the way, to the Muslim gentleman in the chat who says, I've never seen Rob Christian preach. Everybody who knows me knows that I'm not a preacher. I'm here to cook Allah, His Quran. Don't choke on it. Not my problem. I'm here to cook. That's my job. I'm not a preacher.
Exactly. And by the way, the reference for earlier, it's in Fath al-Bari, let me see, volume 12, page 143. Fath al-Bari by Ibn Hajar, the famous explainer of al-Bukhari. And the reference one more time, it says Marwan ibn al-Hakam says that Zayd bin Thabit didn't include the stoning verse because he said, don't you see that young married people are stoned also if they commit adultery? So the stoning verse only included the old people. So that's why he didn't. Again, it's nothing to do with, oh, Muhammad said this and we have a chain from Muhammad, or two witnesses say this or that. These guys would just indulge in their own reasoning skills. This is what the early Muslims did. They just went by their own logic.
I wanted to show this because this also talks, and this is Sahih Muslim 1691. Verily Allah sent Muhammad with truth, and he sent down the book upon him. This is the Quran, and the verse of stoning was included in what was sent down to him. So it was there, but it's not there anymore. So now we have to ask the Muslims, where is it? In the Arabic, it says it too. It says, بالحق وإنزل عليه الكتاب فكان مما أنزل إليه آية الرجم. So it was there. It says that the ayah was there. Right here,
the
bro.
ayah was in Surah Al-Ahzab, chapter 33 originally. Yeah.
One of them missing, 200 verses? Or something like that?
213.
I want to know from the Muslims, because Allah says in his Quran, chapter 2, verse 106, that when Allah is going to abrogate something, when he abrogates in the Quran, it says he replaces it with something similar or something better.
Exactly.
So I want to know where are these how many verses, Rob?
213.
213 verses. Where are these? Where are they replaced with? What are they replaced with?
Exactly.
I want the Muslims to answer.
The number shouldn't be reduced in abrogation.
It was replaced by Ayat al-Mut'ah.
Yeah. The number shouldn't be reduced by abrogation unless it's verses from the devil. In Surah Al-Hajj 52 said, in case the devil threw something on Muhammad, he will remove it and keep his verse. So the only case that Allah will remove a verse if it's a satanic verses. Does that mean the 200 and whatever extra verses were all satanic?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, guys, last time on the live stream of Brother God Logic, I promised everyone that I'm going to provide evidence for why Al-Azhar University sunk all their old Qurans in the Nile River, but because of the time or something, we didn't have much, to do that. But if you guys want me to do it now, I can weaponize you and prove to you why the reason was for Al-Azhar to hide the evidence by sinking down their old Qurans when they came with the 1924 Hafs edition.
Please go ahead.
Because that's what I found recently. I found it recently.
Yes, show us this one.
All right.
Because this refutes the Muslim who came on here earlier who said that they don't rely on the written at all. They only go by oral tradition, which is a complete lie.
Right.
Hey, before he pulls that up, before he pulls that up really quick, you know, Bukhari, the Bukhari tradition rejects the Hafs version of the Quran. There's this weird story that goes on in here about Al-Qama saying that these people want me to recite chapter 92 of the Quran by him who creates the male and female. He says, I will not follow them. Guess what's in the Hafs Quran?
He says, by Allah, I won't follow.
I will not follow. Hey, there's another tradition of this hadith. He says Muhammad did not recite it like this. So why is this in the Hafs Quran?
If you go to Al-Tabari, another version of that hadith, he says that they misguided me. Yeah, misguidance. So imagine you're saying that the way that Muslims recite today is a misguidance.
So if you follow the Sunni tradition, you follow the Sunnah, you should reject the Hafs Quran.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, let's see it, Rob.
All right, guys, this is new stuff. Okay, new stuff that I did some research about. So again, as I mentioned earlier, the Muslims, the scholars of Al-Azhar University, after canonizing the 1924 edition, we are talking about the Hafs version, they then dumped their old Qurans in the Nile River to hide the evidence because they edited, they changed the Hafs Quran. And here is my proof from now. If we go to the book of Imam Ibn Jazari, Brother Jai, can you tell us who Ibn Jazari is?
Yes, he's the giant of this field of qira'at in the past 1,000 years, the biggest giant, the one who added to Allah's uncorrupted, preserved words. He added to them.
What did he add, brother, so that the people can take notes?
He added 3 complete different readings, which come with 2 each. So actually, he added 6 total. 6
so guys, what's going on is what Brother Jai is explaining to you is, first you had 7 early readings, which was created by Ibn Mujahid, right? Then Ibn Jazari himself, the expert, right, on qira'at, he added 3 more, and every 3 has 2 each. Did you catch it, guys? So 7 plus 3, okay? That's him. So who is better to go to, right, Brother Jai, than Ibn Jazari?
Exactly.
Volume 1, and his book title is Ghayat al-Nihaya fi Tabaqat al-Qurra. Okay, that's the title of the book, Ibn Jazari. On page, let's see, page, what is it again? Page 230. On page 230, I found this. Hafs himself talking, right? Hafs himself explaining things. Oh boy. An Hafsin innahu qal qult li Asim. So Hafs said to his teacher, Asim, watch this, Jai. Abu Bakr, who is Abu Bakr? Shuba. That's the other student of Imam Asim, the teacher of Hafs. Okay? So Shuba, aka Abu Bakr, yukhalifuni. He has a different reading than me. That's who said that? Hafs. Wow. So guys, we have 2 students and we have the teacher, Asim. Hafs says, Shuba has a different Quran than me. How is that possible? You want to say something, Jay? Sorry?
Oh, I don't know who said that. Yeah, I was just saying it says that it differed. Yeah,
yeah,
right. Okay.
Yeah. His Quran differed than the Quran of Shuba. So Hafs, the student, and the other student have 2 different Qurans. How is that possible, Ya Asim? Ya Ustaz. Okay? How is that possible? فقال أقرأتك بما أقرأني أبو عبد الرحمن السلمي عن علي bin Abi Talib. So guys, what's going on is Hafs's Quran is the Quran of Ali. Hafs, the Quran of Hafs, the Muslims supposedly which they use, should be the Quran of Ali bin Abi Talib. And then he says, Asim continues, and I taught Abu Bakr, aka Abu Shuba, the other student, I taught him the Quran of Abdullah bin Mas'ud. So one student learned the Qira'ah of Ali ibn Abi Talib, the cousin of Muhammad, and Shuba, the other student, learned the Qira'ah of Abdullah bin Mas'ud. One teacher, 2 students, 2 different Qurans. And then, if we continue reading, guys, on the same page, here's the entire page in front of you, page 230. It says, وذكر حفص إنه لم يخالف. Now here comes.
He went out.
Jabril got him.
No, I'm still here. It was my battery. Forgive me. Am I still be heard, guys?
Yeah, it says that it's reminded in Hafs. Yeah.
Yeah. So let me pull my cable before it goes down again. Sorry for that. And Hafs has mentioned, or Hafs has reported, that he did not read the Quran differently. He did not have a different Quran than his teacher Asim fi shay'in. Anything that Asim taught Hafs from the Quran was the same. But except إلا في حرف واحد, إلا في حرف. Surah Al-Rum, chapter 30, ayah 54. And what is that difference? So guys, like Jai, are you seeing what I'm seeing?
Yes.
Translation. Hafs said that he did not differ with Asim, his teacher, in the reading of the Quran, except in one letter, one harf.
Bro, what do I always say? Islam is the religion of except.
But wait, I thought that Asim, the teacher, had the same Quran as Hafs.
Wow.
The thing is, Asim is the stepfather of Hafs.
Yes,
and
yes, but sister, look at the disaster. Let me land, guys, and you can want to say whatever you want to say. Look, except in one letter, one harf, إلا في حرف. Surah Al-Rum, الآية رقم 54. Chapter 30, the Romans, ayah 54. Now look, Surah Al-Rum of today should read like that of Hafs, right? Like of Asim, but here comes the disaster. And look what it says here. Surah Al-Rum, ayah 54. قرأوها بالضم وقرأ قرأ بالضم وقرأه عاصم بالفتح. So with a dhamma and a fatha. So what's going on is this. Asim's Quran in chapter 30, ayah 54 should say ضعف with a fatha. Asim's reading fatha. ضعف. The Hafs reading should be ضعف because there's one mistake. But look, bro, if we go to the Quran of today, look what they did. How they hide the evidence and fixed it to make it agreeable with the teacher. Remember, the teacher's qira'ah is with a fatha. ضعف. Now look what they did. Chapter 30, ayah 54. That's what I found recently. This is my discovery. Look. ضعف. In two places they changed it. They make it agreeable with Asim's reading. So what's going on is, guys, the Quran of today should say ضعف, not ضعف, because Hafs Quran is with a dhamma. ضعف. But they changed the Hafs and made it agreeable with the teacher ضعف. Are you seeing what I'm seeing, guys? So here it should be originally ضعف, and here also, because if you change it here, you must change it as well here. ضعف, not ضعف. So this is the reason, brother Jai and others, why they had to hide the evidence when they made the Quran of Hafs that used to be different than his teacher Asim to make it agreeable with that of Asim. And then they dumped all the Qurans.
Wow.
Did you catch it, or is it still not clear?
No, it's crazy, man. Like,
I want to show you. Watch what Ibn Mujahid said about this. Watch this. Let me put my camera.
So they literally, brother Jai, oh, you have it already? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, let me get a job back to screen.
Let me check it out. Okay, this is Ibn Mujahid's famous book. Okay. Watch this. We're going to scroll down all the way down to the bottom of the page. Watch this now. Same exact problem here. And Hafs read according to himself. عن نفسه, not according to Asim.
Yeah.
He's literally admitting that he didn't So he's saying, he's literally admitting it's the same verse that Rob's talking about here. Okay?
Yeah.
Same exact verse on the top. And he's literally admitting that Hafs, guys, what do Muslims always say? Muslims always say, he learned, like the guy in here earlier, he was saying, I have an ijazah. And what they mean is, I learned it from my teacher, he learned it from his teacher, he learned it from his teacher, all the way back to Muhammad. Well, look what it says right here. Hafs learned this from himself. He didn't learn it from Aslam. So where is this? What is this chain? There's no chain here. Yeah. He didn't get this from Aslam. So he learned it from himself. So what chain is this? Muslims claim that all of these go back to Muhammad. Every single reading goes back to Muhammad. But like Rob showed you right now in Ibn Mujahid's work and Ibn Mujahid's work, they're saying actually he didn't learn this from Aslam. He learned it from himself.
So
what chain is this? What kind of isnad is this?
There is inqita in the chain. So what the brothers guys are saying is supposedly here we have the chain of narration. Look, guys, give me the screen again. What the brother Jai is saying is we have here supposedly the chain of narration. The chain of narration, right? Hafs is supposedly the last guy in the chain. We know that he's a liar, thief, a fabricator, and not to be trusted. He used to steal books. Exactly. That he wrote those books. Yet he literally plagiarized these books and kept these books. So we have an inqita because there is no chain of narration that goes all the way back to Muhammad or whatever. Because Asim's Quran is different than that of Hafs. And Hafs taught himself the Quran. He didn't get it from Asim. So the whole history of Islam, the whole history of the supposed mutawatir, tawatir is one fabricated lie.
So then the question is, so how should it read? Should it be da'afin or should it be du'afin?
It should be like Asim's, but it's not.
So it should have a dhamma.
Yes. No, fatha.
Any Muslims that want to come up? Hang on, Rob, please. Are there any Muslims that want to come up and please prove these two guys wrong? I mean, what Jai and what Rob has just said is embarrassing for Islam. I'm saying to you Muslims, I'm actually rooting for the underdog right now. I'm saying Muslims, please, bros, come up and you know, whenever there's like a race or something, I look at the weakest link and I think, come on, dude, today's your day. So I'm saying this to all you Muslim people out there. Come on, guys. I got HK, you in the chat there just selling your mouth, typing instead of listening. Come up. Any Muslim.
No, bro, don't bring HK up. He doesn't know anything. HK doesn't know anything.
Anyone, bring any Muslim up. I'll take any Muslim up right now. I need to support a Muslim today. Adopt a Muzi today. Come on, guys.
My favorite part of this whole conversation was finding out that you can wrap your own words into the Quran.
Yeah, you can wrap your own words into the Quran, man.
Y'all remember when Danny Davis used to get that challenge, produce a Quran like this one if you're truthful? He said, okay. He said, I don't eat what you eat. You don't eat what I eat. I won't eat what you eat. What chapter of the Quran is that? But Danny Davis was well within his rights to do this.
2461. It tells you where you can eat. It's like, I'll eat at your home and you eat in my home and blah, blah, blah.
Well, I mean, with this information now, I mean, when Muslims sing 3054, I mean, if we were to put a dhamma over the dog, I mean, they can't really get mad. I mean, they differ, just in one area. So, it could be a fatha, or it could be a dhamma, and they wouldn't really be able to say anything about it, and we can show it to them.
But
so,
Brother Amin, what's more horrible is what Brother Jai said and what I showed you. If we collect both what he showed you and I showed you from both books of Ibn Mujahid and Ibn Jazari,
right?
If you put it together, you know what this means? It means Hafs is not only a fabricator in hadith, he's not only matruk in hadith, he should be also matruk in Quran.
Exactly.
True. He should be rejected in Quran too, because he learned the Quran from himself, and his Quran was different than his teacher.
And even when he brought it from Ali, Ali himself brought his Quran and told them, hey, here, I wrote you the Mus'haf. They said, no, we don't want it. So they rejected Ali Mus'haf in the first place. And that's why Sunnah consider Hafs is Shia, and that's why he is matruk al-hadith. It's not da'if, not da'if. Da'if mean it's just the chain have problem, but it can be used. But matruk al-hadith, that means they throw it in the garbage. They don't take it. It's not da'if.
Guys, let me show you another book. Now that we have thrown Hafs under the bus, and the Muslims do not dare to come up and to defend him.
I wish that they would, man. I wish they would.
I wish, man. We have just destroyed the thing called chain of narration for the Hafs Quran. It doesn't exist. It's a big fat lie.
Yeah. And another challenge. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
No, Habibi, tfadal.
The reason, here's another challenge. If any Muslim can show us this word, tawatur, applied to the Quran before the 12th century, then Rob Christian will give them a prize.
Exactly.
If they can show us any Muslim scholar who applied the word tawatur to the Quran before the 12th century. Any Muslim scholar. This is a new concept when applied to the Quran. They use it in other areas like fiqh, other things, but not Quran.
But Jay, really quick, you go over the five. You know the 5 criterion to be like a considered like a sound hadith transmitter, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you cover this, right? That Hafs would fail this.
Yeah, even Muhammad would fail it
because he's a liar.
Guys, now that we have proved that Hafs is not to be trusted both in hadith and also for the Quran, yet they made him his qira'ah supposedly the most famous one, which doesn't make any sense. I mean, why would you trust a liar and a thief and a fabricator of both hadith and Quran with your salvation, or let alone with your soul? But here's more. Al-Kisai himself, which is older than the Hafs. Kisai's qira'ah is older than the Hafs. It's on the left among the 7. Okay, Hafs is on the right. Right? We have the 7, and on the right the 3 more. Here is more, guys. The Quran of Al-Kisai, Qira'at Al-Kisai Al-Kufi. Qira'at Al-Kisai Al-Kufi himself. Now, if we read about his lifestyle, you're going to be shocked. I've downloaded this book. It's called Al-Mushaf Al-Uthmani fi Qira'at Al-Sahaba. Al-Mushaf Al-Uthmani fi Qira'at Al-Sahaba, sorry.
Hey, Brother Rob.
Open this book. If we open this book,
just have a Muslim
Brother Rob. Yeah, Brother Rob, I just wanted to say this really quick. When we first started this live, there's a brother down in the chat named Shai. That this brother down here, he came on originally and he said, you know, what do I need to do to be a Christian? I'm a Muslim right now, but you know, I just have some questions for you guys. He was kind of on the fence, but he was a little young. So I told him to message me in my back channel. And I just told him to sit and listen and just to see what we had to say. He just put in the chat, based on the information that you brothers have provided, he just put in the chat, he said, I'm a Christian now. I'm done with this religion.
Hey, hallelujah.
I saw that as well, bro. I just saw that as well. God
Guys,
bless you,
drop
young
a
man.
rose for him, and we're happy for you, my friend. God bless you. We're so happy for you. We're here to show you the truth, nothing but the truth. Takbir, Yasu'a Akbar.
Yeah, so brother, just back channel me still.
Yeah.
Back channel me still, and you can like talk to any of these other brothers and sisters on stage, and we'll be able to help you. But guys, this is why we do what we do.
Amen.
Because this religion is from the pit of hell. It traps people, it ensnares people, and it lies most of all. So what these brothers are doing on stage is so commendable. We thank God for them. And we just wanted to make sure that you all knew it. And Quran, Abdullah, you can come up, bro. He's not trolling. He was in the chat this morning. He actually came up and talked to me about it. But if you think that he's lying, bro, you can come up and talk to us and then just disprove him so he can convert back. No problem.
Yeah.
If you can refute me,
can I just say,
I'll close shop.
Can I just add to what Amin just said there? Because Amin just said something important, right? So we have evidence today of someone that listened to what was said and made up his own mind and decided that, okay, Islam is fake, false, and I can't follow it. I just said to you guys earlier in the live yesterday, another guy came on a live and he was all guns blazing and he wanted to disprove Christianity. I said to him, well, let's come on my live, let's talk. When we were done, he actually said to me, what do I do to become a Christian? He said, I'm done with this. I can't be a Muslim after what you've shown me. So again, this is how we break down the barriers that, you know, the walls that were built around them by these Muslims with lies. When you break down the lies and you remove this foundation and you build a solid foundation on what we have in our Bible, then Islam falls flat on its face.
Amen.
Yeah. So we should answer him. Did anybody answer him how to be saved?
Yeah, so according to Romans chapter 10, verse 9, if you confess with your mouth, and if you believe in your heart that Christ died on the cross for your sins and that God raised him, then you and your family shall be saved. So we're not like Muslims where we go ahead and we say a shahada, right? When we say that, you must believe it in your heart as well. So, I mean, like, what if you were mute and you couldn't speak or you didn't have a tongue? You believe it in your heart. It's more about what you believe rather than what you say. So we're not like Muslims in that aspect. It's a continual relationship that you have with Christ, our Lord and our Savior, for the rest of your life, and he continually helps you to become better. But it's who you trust, right? So definitely, like, give us message one of us, or you can message me, and I can kind of walk you through it a little bit more on a deeper level. But I wanted the brothers to engage with Quran down here, because I've had many conversations with him, and him and I go way back. So maybe he can refute these brothers on stage and tell you why you shouldn't have converted. So Quran, is there anything that you want to say to Brother Rob or Brother Jai?
Yeah, something to say to everybody. First of all, one thing that's a lot.
Here.
No, but regardless of
Okay.
that, to inquire about Islam truthfully, the logical thing to do is to go to the people who practice Islam, not talk about it.
We're right here. We'll teach Allah your Quran, friend.
Okay, do you practice Islam? Do you make salah? No, so let's stop being disingenuous.
Quran, can I just say
come up
something
here
to
to
you?
refute anything.
Hang on, Travis, hang on.
He said, hold on. He said, he gave me the floor though. He gave me the floor. Like, can I finish my statement? I'm not gonna go on forever. He said, do you have anything to say? I'm just saying that if you want to ask about Islam, go to the Muslims. If you want to ask about Christianity, go to the Christians. This is the.
All right, let's ask you. Can you address anything that's been said? You're here to save the day, friend.
Travis,
Let's ask you. Hold on, put him on the spot.
Where's he gone?
He said, ask a Muslim to learn about Islam. Let's ask him about some of the topics that we brought up. So what he's really saying is, go somewhere else, Muslims.
He left.
Say that the reason.
Yeah, he
I
left.
just wanted to say this: the reason why the guy that I spoke to yesterday decided that Christianity was the truth, and the topic was the Injil. The topic was exactly the topic we had today, because I was able to prove to him from the Quran that there's no changes in our book, that we have our book, and that the Quran confirms we have our book. I didn't need to do anything else. I didn't go to the Bible to prove that the Bible is true. I used the Quran to prove the Bible is true. And then I told him that if the Bible is true, it makes the Quran false, because the Quran contradicts the Bible.
Exactly.
The brother in the chat, go to Romans 10, verse 9.
Hey guys, sorry. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a phone call.
Hi
What happened to
everybody.
Quran?
He left?
I'm so sorry for my weak English, but I have to share with you one of information I have about Kisai.
Yeah, I wanted to show it, but
as
I wasn't able to do it yet.
Presentation. The Kisai was a drunkard. That's in books.
Not only drunk,
search
brother,
about the Kisai.
Yeah. But look, brother, it's even more worse. So
I'm so sorry. I can't hear you. Just a minute. I'm so sorry.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you fine, bro.
Okay, look, where he's talking about Al-Kisai al-Kufi, and I was about to show him about Al-Kisai al-Kufi. So guys, we have 8 qira'at, and number 7 is Al-Kisai. So I wanted to show you about it. Look, look how good.
Oh, okay.
Let me show you. Okay, here is the book that I wanted to show you from, Al-Mushaf al-Uthmani wa Qira'at al-Sahaba. Okay, this is the cover of the book. Page 35, we have Al-Kisai al-Kufi. Al-Kisai al-Kufi. Okay, we go down, look what is being said about him. It says that Al-Marzupani, he said, إلى ابن العربي قال كان الكسائي, he was among the learned of the people. He was among of the learned of the people, and he used to drink alcohol. He, Al-Kisai, the narrator of the Quran, used to drink alcohol and nabidh. And then it says he also used to F little boys. Al-Kisai al-Kufi did dingy to little boys. So he's not only a drunkard,
Bruh.
but he used to F little boys.
What the world, bro? This is crazy.
He was from the rainbow community.
Yo.
Yet they made his qira'ah among the 7.
Oh my God.
That's true. It really says that.
That's crazy. Man, I ended up getting a phone call as soon as Quran came up. Bro, come back up, because I didn't even get a chance to hear anything you said.
So he came up
he
and
was just
said,
saying if you're Muslim, to ask Muslims about Islam and to ask Christians about Christianity. But here's a question: how does he know that guy didn't ask Muslims about Islam and he's just dissatisfied with their answers? He doesn't know. So maybe he asked Muslims and they didn't give good answers, and so he came to Christians and Christians gave the answers.
That's
but here's my thing: he was a Muslim, and here was his prime time to shine. Right? He can come up and answer the questions.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Al-Kisai is another funny example with him as well with Arabic. You know, Muslims are always talking about Arabic grammar or Arabic language and Arabic grammar. You know, one of the guys who really standardized Arabic grammar is a guy called Sibawayh. Sibawayh is like he's a Persian guy who did a lot of codification in Arabic grammar, and he had a huge debate with Al-Kisai. They were like two different schools of grammar, and they finally got together one day to debate, like, okay, is this grammatically correct in Arabic or is that grammatically correct? And what Al-Kisai did was this is what they would do to settle debates. They would go to the Bedouins and they would say to the Bedouins, okay, how do you say this in Arabic? And they would say it, and they say, okay, that's how the Bedouins say it. That's correct. So what Al-Kisai did was he bribed the Bedouins. So he's debating this giant of Arabic grammar, and they go to the Bedouins now to judge who is the one that's correct. He bribed the Bedouins. He paid them off so they would side with him. So now Arabic grammar is going to agree with this guy because he paid off some Bedouins. Like, you see how much of a joke this is? And Muslims think this is a miraculous language, a miracle language, when all you need to do is just pay off some Bedouins to lie about what's correct and what's not correct.
Exactly. Habibi Abu Hanifa, are you still there?
Yes,
Yes.
Yes, and the other information for Kisai, he was a thief. He stole a box from his friends or mates. And
that's Hafs. That's Hafs.
And also Kisai, stole the box, and it's written.
I don't know about, but maybe it could be true. Yeah.
Yes, and I have. I'm not advised, but it's the way for to speak with the Muslim in English or in a foreign language. They also always lie about them in the meanings of Quran. For example, I will give you 2 examples, as this will be a very effectively or have a big effect. For example, إن خفتم أن تقسطوا في اليتامى فانكحوا مثنى وثلاث ورباع أو ما ملكت أيمانكم. This is an ayah in the Quran. It's translated in English. Just marry 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. In Arabic, it's he use the letter wa. It's meaning and, not or. And this is a big lies. And this is always this lie in every verses, in French, in English, German. We found it. Also, for example, واللائي تخاف نشوزهن. This is also آية in Quran in النساء. واللائي تخاف نشوزهن فعظوهن وهجرهن واضربوهن. The translated is not that correctly. They say deal with if your wife don't accept your share his your bed, then talk with her, and in the end say gently, not punish. But in Arabic he said punish, and the punish in tafsir, it's a very violent. So the most thing I found it when we spoke with English or foreigner Muslim, not speak Arabic, we show them the right translated of Quran, and they will not accept it, the violent or the lies in translated. That's what I ask it. I ask it all in this field to talk about this in what I say in serious. This is very, very important to show the all Muslim are not speaking Arabic. What is the meaning, the correct meaning of the Quran in Arabic? And they will not accept it.
Right.
I'm so sorry. And also, they didn't know the Hadith. I found many Muslims speaking English don't know about Hadith and different Hadith. For example, I don't know it in English, but I can speak in Arabic. رضاع الكبير.
Right.
They didn't know. They don't know when they say in Islam when he immigration to Medina and said to the Muhajirin and the Ansar, for example, man's name is Sa'd ibn Rabi'. He show his wives. He has two wives, and show him to Abdurrahman ibn Auf and say to him, okay, look which one you like it, and I will divorce it you, and then you can marry her. I think they said it's good behavior, but in real, as in Arabic
Right.
and in Middle East, no man. And I think also in any nationality, any man show to his wife to another one, and if you like it, he will divorce it. That's not a good behavior.
Right. Well, brother, we thank you. متشكر حبيبي. بس احنا محتاج المسلمين. تمام? For the
Yes.
spot. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop you. Okay, but thank you so much for the information. We definitely appreciate it. Okay.
Thank you for your time, and I ask God bless you and help you in your job.
Okay.
Thank you for over.
Okay. طبعا حبيبي.
And sorry for my weak English. Sorry.
مشكلة حبيبي. Okay.
Hey guys.
Go ahead, HK. What's going on, man?
HK, what up?
Hi Travis, how are you?
Good, man.
James, and first of all, my question is for James. James, I'm still waiting for you to private message me the information.
HK, it sounds like you're talking like on a potato or something like that, man. Can you hear us?
I'm tired of speaking from a bit of a distance.
You in the cave? You in the cave, Ahira? What's up, HK?
HK, so sorry, brother. If you don't remind me, dude.
Is it just me or is his volume very low?
Very hard to hear.
Can you hear me now?
Yep, that's better. Dude, what do you think about this laundry list of ingredients to get to this perfectly preserved Quran? Like barbecuing it, throwing it in the Nile, and then being passed on by people that do things with little kids and stuff.
I don't know if I find it. I need to find that, but I don't know anything like that. It's the first time I heard of. Well, hold on 1 second, James. See if you can recall something you showed me yesterday about.
Frames of the Quran, you come up with many problems.
Okay, and Travis.
Awesome, bro.
Travis, earlier on you were
It's a
talking
big one.
Something about the defecating or something, about hadith you showed or something.
Yeah, Muhammad getting the Quran chapter 1 while pooping.
Yeah, chapter 1, Muhammad was doing number 2, Buraz. Literally, that's what you can see. Do you want me to show you? I can show you that one. That one is very short. I can show it to you.
What's wild though is Muhammad said the bathroom is the house of Satan, and here comes Jibril giving your most important prayer.
Look, here's the book.
By the way, if you want, I have the references ready.
Jibril cannot wait. Jibril cannot wait till Muhammad finishes number 2, and he starts to call for him. Look, in Asbab al-Nuzul li-Imam al-Wahidi. If you want to learn about the reason why the ayah comes down, Asbab al-Nuzul li-Imam al-Wahidi. Okay.
Okay, but Christian, how does the Sunnis reply to these type of books? Because I don't know much about these.
They want to throw them under the bus because they are embarrassed Muhammad, of course.
Right.
Look, when Muhammad was pooping,
are these Sunni books?
I think this is not Hindu, no. This is Sunni, yeah. Al-Wahidi is a Sunni, yeah. Page 19 for Surah Al-Fatiha. Look, Al-Qawl fi Surah Al-Fatiha. Muhammad was taking a crab, and then he hears, Ya Muhammad.
Back it up.
Boo! And then Muhammad would run, right?
Yeah.
Find out how does the Sunni.
Let's show it. Let's show it in the English translation, and watch what the translators do, guys.
The translators hide this information. Of course.
James, if you're not doing anything, just send me something over.
You can't find this in the English, Travis. You have to go to the Arabic because they mistranslated the Arabic. But what else is new, all right? Whatever, something that is embarrassing, they will mistranslate it.
So right here is where it happens. This is the Asbab Nuzul by Wahidi, the Kingdom of Jordan website. This is where the Muslim you can't trust Muslims.
Yeah.
It says whenever Muhammad went out, here's where it takes place. Muhammad is doing poo-poo right here. All right, now he's got his pants pulled down, and then someone says, "Ooh, Muhammad." And whenever so basically he's pooping and someone says, "Boo!" And then whenever he heard this, he used to flee. What in the world is Jibril doing delivering the Muslims' most important prayer in the bathroom?
Well, okay.
Yeah. Muhammad could not even use the 3 stones. He did not even use the 3 stones when he pulled up his pants. So he run with without cleaning his buttocks.
Okay, guys, I'll leave it to your shirk for a while. I'll catch you again.
That's funny. Is
Unbelievable.
I guess HK is leaving, but I wanted to ask him: Is he a Muslim?
Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen.
You're a Muslim.
Yeah, man.
Come on, man.
Okay, go by that by now.
Okay, so what do you think? I mean, I don't know if you have time, but what do you think about the topic that I have up here, though? Because this is really interesting. I've never really gotten a straight answer from a Muslim about what the Injil is.
I don't know
What
myself.
actually is it?
All I do know is words of what Isa alayhi salam came with, and that's all I do know.
What did they say?
What did they say?
Yeah.
In second coming, you'll find out.
Well, the Quran says that it's revealed in clear detail everything to the Shay. But then on top of that, Muslims say that the Injil we have today is not the original Injil. So if the Quran is supposed to be revealed in clear detail, yet it doesn't tell us what the Injil says, and you say that what we have today is not the Injil, how do you know that what we have today is not the Injil if the Quran doesn't explain it and we don't have it?
Okay, how do you on this one then? So the Quran mentions the Injil and the Gospels, right? So
Yes.
What do you refer to the Injil today then?
The Injil is the gospel.
Mark, Matthew, Luke, and John.
Yes.
So what's the Gospel then?
The gospel is the coming of Jesus Christ, died on the cross for your sins so that you can be saved if you believe in him. But the question is, if you say that that's not the Injil, what actually is it? What did this original Injil say? Do you think the original Injil said that?
No, but that's the reason why I asked you, because if you're saying the Injil is Mark, Matthew, Luke, and John, and it's also says that in the Gospel, the Torah, the Gospel. So what is the Gospel then?
Well, that's what we're asking you, because you're saying that what we have today is not that. So I'm asking you, if it's not that, what is it?
But according to your
It's the same.
most early scholar, brother, I can show you your most early scholar, Ibn Ishaq. Have you ever heard of Ibn Ishaq? Have you ever heard of Ibn Ishaq?
Yes, I've heard of it. Yes, yes.
Yeah, Ibn Ishaq says that the gospel of Jesus is written down by no other than John himself.
Yep.
On page 104.
104.
Yeah, 104. Do you want me to show you?
Bring it.
Okay, I'll bring it.
Rob, when you get done with that, take him to page 3 and it lists the followers of Jesus too.
But hang on, guys, hang on. Let's just give him a chance to answer the first question. What is the Injil? And if he doesn't know what the Injil is, he mustn't tell us what it's not. He must tell us what it is, because this is what Muslims are good at. They tell you what it's not, but not what it is.
Yeah.
I don't think.
I'm gonna take a screenshot. Okay, get ready.
Yeah, Rob's gonna pull it up and show you, but we still need an answer for this. What is it, man?
I'm gonna have to ask my local scholars then.
Local scholars, they know better than us, right? They know better than me. Yeah.
For the studies, man.
Yeah, of course. We didn't study your religion. Look, the biography about the life of your prophet, the life of Muhammad by Ibn Ishaq, Sirat al-Rasul. Do you see it? This is the cover of the book. You go to page 104.
Let me take the title shot.
Take a screenshot, brother. Take it.
The title shot. Give me the title shot again.
Give me the title shot. Muhammad Ali Clay versus Rob Christian. Yeah. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah. Got it? Yeah. Page 104. Here's the entire page in front of you. This is your scholar, Ibn Ishaq. Is he good enough for you?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I think last time we showed is the ocean of knowledge.
Sorry to interrupt you. HK, remember that Ibn Ishaq came before the Hadiths, right? So we need to, to understand who this man is and what he came with and when he came with it, because this is also important. Remember, the Hadiths came 300 years later, or 200 to 300 years later. Ibn Ishaq was almost immediately after Muhammad.
Okay,
So this is why it's important to actually listen to what he says.
Look, it's extracted. So the famous historian of them all, Ibn Ishaq, he said on page 104 about the life of Muhammad, okay? It is extracted from what John, who is John? John the Apostle, set down for them when John wrote the gospel for them, meaning for the Christians, from the testament of Jesus, son of Mary. And if this is not enough, look, if you've done your homework, you will see what you see here between literally this highlighted red part from the page 104. This is literally John 15:23 all the way to John 16:1, almost word for word quoted. Look, Lily, look. So if this is not the gospel of Jesus, what is?
Exactly. And HK, I want to make something very clear, because what the Muslims will do is they'll say, well, it's not, and this is what Rob was saying, oh, it's not exactly word for word, verbatim, blah, 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 blah. It should say this, what's written in Ibn Ishaq. But the problem is with that is that we don't have any manuscripts saying exactly what Ibn Ishaq is saying. He omits certain things on purpose. There's also another tafsir by Ibn Kathir for Surah Al-Imran, ayah 76 through 78. And it says that apparently the Christians, the Arab Christians were translating things incorrectly, but the only incorrect translations we see are from your Muslim scholars, like Ibn Ishaq here. So who are we going to go with? We have an abundance of manuscripts that don't say what Ibn Ishaq is saying. Muhammad is not found in it. Neither is he found in the Old Testament. So why, if you guys say that we don't have the Injil, yet all of the evidence points back to us actually having it, we're asking you the question, what is it?
But I mean, Muslims always say we don't know who John is, we don't know who Paul is, we don't know who Luke is, but yet Ibn Ishaq knows in the 8th century. Look, 6th page, same book, 653, same book. The life of Muhammad.
Does he claim John to be the eyewitness or something, or what?
Yes. Those whom you read with me, so you can finally learn your religion. You don't know your religion, HK. And more than 99% of all Muslims, they don't know their religion. When you're going to learn your religion, you have one option, is to leave Islam immediately. Look, those whom Jesus, son of Mary, sent. Now let's see who Jesus sent as his followers. Both disciples and those who came after them in the land were Peter, the disciple. Oh, we know who Peter is. He's a disciple. And Paul, even Paul, in Islam is a messenger, he's a Rasul. And you attack him always. Paul with him. So Paul is also a Rasul to Rome. We even know where they went to, where Jesus sent them to Rome, both disciples, Peter and Paul. Andrew, we even, your scholars, your historians know Andrew. And Matthew too, who wrote the Gospel of Matthew to the land of the cannibals. Thomas went to Babel, which is nowadays Iraq. Thomas, the unbeliever, they called him the unbeliever, right?
They call him Doubting Thomas.
Thomas was a close disciple of Jesus, wasn't he?
Yeah. Thomas to the land of Babel, to Iraq, which is in the land of the East. Philip to Carthage, which is nowadays Africa. John to Ephesus. Same John. To Ephesus, the city of the young men of the cave, about the 7 sleepers inside the cave, which are mentioned in chapter 18 of the Quran, Surah Al-Kahf. So we even know to which city. And James to Jerusalem, etc., all the way to Simon and Judah and Judas. All of them are mentioned. So how dare you Muslims to lie about your historians who lived in the 8th century, like Ibn Ishaq, who knew who all the Gospels are, and not only knew who they were, but where they went to by Jesus, sent by Jesus.
Guys, that's page 653, The Life of Muhammad by Ibn Ishaq. Hey, but something else that happens before that section is it records the Holy Spirit. It takes a portion of the Holy Spirit incident and it relates it into the book that happens in the book of Acts.
Yeah.
So it records that the disciples were able to speak in the language of the people they were sent to.
Yeah, that's what it says. Every one of them was able, look, every one of them was able to speak the language of the people to whom he was sent. So there was a miracle happening.
Right.
A miracle.
Can you bring somebody up live for off the chat?
Yeah, there's a brother down there, or one of your Muslim brothers named Muhammad, saying that Ibn Ishaq huwa da'if, that he's weak. Okay.
Oh, really? Come up.
Come up, bro.
So we can have some fun with you and Ibn Ishaq.
But he's only da'if because he's doing history.
I told you gotta check up these scholars. Like for example, Ibn Arabi, we don't accept of his stuff there. Ibn Arabi, we don't accept. Ibn Ishaq, I've read his probably stuff.
But why? Because he's doing history. Think about that. Everybody becomes da'if when they do history in Islam.
Imam Bukhari said he's acceptable. Imam Bukhari said nobody can doubt him. Do you accept what Imam Bukhari says about Ibn Ishaq?
I don't know if you want to show that to him, Rob.
Guys, I'll be back in 1 second.
Yeah. Imagine these people, man. You are clowns, man. You don't know your religion. Bunch of clowns.
Right. There are authentic hadith with Ibn Ishaq in the Isnad. Ibn Ishaq fil Isnad. So I'm not sure why you guys are saying that, but even Imam Bukhari says that he's sahih. I believe Rob has the document.
The question first, how can Ibn Ishaq not be reliable if he's literally in Sahih Muslim?
Exactly.
If he's in the chain of the narrators of Bukhari, that's one. Imam Bukhari said he is accepted. Ahmad ibn Hanbal said he's accepted. There was one guy, Imam Malik, he said he made mistakes, but his statement is not accepted. The statement of Imam Malik is not to be accepted. Did you know that? Imam Malik gave he made a claim about Ibn Ishaq, but his claim is not founded on any ground.
Yeah, because they want to throw each other under the bus.
Yes.
Guys, you must remember, right, that Muslims are throwing Bukhari under the bus. They're throwing Abu Bakr under the bus. They're throwing Ibn Abbas under the bus.
In history.
We can't expect anything less from them.
Exactly.
They'll hit their wife with the moose whacker and make her laugh, but they'll beat the brakes off of historians.
Yeah, like I always say, if Allah himself were standing in front of them and they narrated some of these exact same narrations, they would say Allah's da'if.
Look what Ibn Mu'in, give me the big screen. Let me tell something about Ibn Ishaq. In the book of Tahdhib al-Tahdhib by Ibn Hajar al-Asqalani, volume 3, we can find what Ibn Mu'in said about Ibn Ishaq. Ibn Mu'in was asked about him, meaning Ibn Ishaq. He said, he was trustworthy and he was Hasan in Hadith. That's one. Look what Bukhari said on page 5105. Imam Bukhari said, I saw Ali bin Abdullah taking Ibn Ishaq's Hadith as Hujjah, evidence.
Yep.
Who? Imam Bukhari said it, and he continued. And Imam Bukhari said, and Ali said, I did not see anyone accusing Ibn Ishaq. Who accused him? Like I said earlier, Imam Malik. But Imam Malik accused him on no ground. And you can find this on islamqna.info. If you go to islamqna.info, guys, you will see that the scholars of islamqna.info are explaining that when Imam Malik was criticizing him, he falsely criticized him, like Amin said, or was it James? I can't remember which of the brothers, because he wanted to throw him under the bus. He falsely accused him, meaning Imam Malik lied about Ibn Ishaq. He lied about him. I mean, if you can literally download the book of Ibn Hajar al-Asqalani, look what it says. An Ahmad ibn Hanbal. An Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal. Huwa Hasan al-Hadith. Muhammad bin Ishaq, when he's brought up, it said he is Hasan in Hadith.
Wow.
That's Imam Ahmad for you.
An Ahmed huwa Hasan.
And look here, this is the part that I showed you. Qala al-Bukhari. This is about Bukhari that I showed you the translation of. Bukhari said, you can take his hadith, no problem. No one accused him. No one dared to accuse him.
It's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
He literally says, look, Imam Bukhari says, regarding Ibn Ishaq, he said, Ali said, I did not see anyone who dared to accuse Ibn Ishaq. No one dared. Yet him, meaning accuse him of falsehood. Ibn Ishaq. So that's Imam Bukhari. Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal, you know better than him? Muslims? You see how the Muslims became silent in the chat?
Well, it's because they're relying on 21st century scholars that live in their mom's basement who apparently can grade hadith, who have some kind of miraculous, to be able to say something that even the earliest scholars did not themselves say.
Exactly.
This is why Central still owes us a reverse shahada on this topic.
I made Circle Dawah, aka Central Dawah, became an apostate. He became an apostate at my hands a couple weeks ago when we talked about Ibn Ishaq. He said, show me one authentic hadith and I will leave Islam. And I showed him this hadith. Actually, two of them. There are two of them. Look. Imam Muhammad bin Ishaq. Muhammad bin Ishaq is in the chain of narration that is Sahih. Look, here is his name. How can he be in an authentic chain if he's not reliable?
Exactly.
As a muhaddith. Look, that's his name right there. Muhammad bin Ishaq. And the hadith is Sahih. That's hadith number 1. Here's another one. You see how Muslims lie, guys, about their narrators and falsely accuse their own narrators? You're a bunch of hamsters, yeah. Here's another hadith. Muhammad bin Ishaq in the chain of narration. In Jama' at-Tirmidhi 3089, and again, Sahih. You see how they lie about Muhammad bin Ishaq?
Crazy, man.
Shame on you, Muslims, for lying about your scholars and narrators and historians. Bunch of hamsters that you are.
And the reason why this is important, because this also goes back to the topic. The reason why this is important is because the earliest scholars, even like what Rob Christian pulled up, Brother Rob pulled up in Surah Rasulullah, page 104, it talks about John being an authentic apostle of Jesus, writing down the gospel. Well, when we look throughout history, that gospel says what's in our Bible right now. So if you're going to say that what we have right now is not the Injil, then what is it? Where is it? These are the questions that none of you guys are actually asking. Silfi, are you a Muslim? I see you requesting in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you're a Muslim, and maybe you can deal with some of these questions. Again, guys, make sure you all follow all of these brothers on stage. We got Jai, Rob, Travis, and Brother James.
Jai, what do you think about these Muslims of today who are throwing their historians and scholars and narrators under the bus, bro? What do you want to say about these Muslims of today?
Well, you know, if we had Brother Scott on here, he would tell us the rule. But yeah, you know, Muslims, they'll throw everyone under the bus. They'll sell everyone down the river. And
unbelievable. I mean, if they throw their own Qurans, original Qurans in the Nile River, and Uthman himself burned the Quran, what can we expect of today's Muslims?
Exactly. If they're willing to throw their own Quran down the river, literally, and burn it, then yeah, their scholars are fair game.
Yeah, exactly. So the scholars need to go as well.
Exactly.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, Selfie, sorry, bro. We're I'm trying to leave some of these spots up for the Muslims. Man, we've been on live for 2 hours now, and we've only had.
I can go down. Let King Self come up, bro. I will go down.
I just want to respond to a comment. Someone asked me about Farid's video. Yeah. If you actually watch the video that I did, and then you watch Farid's video, he actually didn't respond at all.
I watched it. He didn't, bro. He didn't.
He picked a part of what David Wood said. He picked a part of what Chris from Speaker's Corner said. But then when it got to the actual whole point of the live stream, because really we were just doing like a build up to this whole big point. Because he said, "Show me one scholar who believed that the Torah was preserved." And so what does he do? Ibn al-Qayyim, what does he do? He gives us a whole group of scholars. He said, "There's an entire group of scholars who say this." An entire group of scholars. Did he respond to anything that they said? No. He didn't respond to anything. Also, he talked a little bit about
said, that's why.
Oh, does this come from Abu Bukhari or Ibn Abbas? Does it come from Abu Bukhari or Ibn Abbas? It's like, dude, just put Abu Bukhari to the side, put Al-Razi to the side. He lists a whole group of scholars. So there's a reason why Farid didn't respond to that, is because it refutes them completely. So if he was honest, then he would have, been honest to his challenge and said, okay, they met my challenge. I asked for one scholar and they gave me a whole group of scholars.
Exactly. He didn't respond because he got cooked. I mean, how is he going to respond to you, bro? Be honest.
Yeah, he's a joker.
How can he respond when you give him Ibn Qudama? Ibn Qudama, a big scholar. He's not a nobody. He's a big shot scholar.
So there you go.
Yeah, Sylphie, I see you in the chat, bro. I'm not sure who you are, actually. Are you a Muslim, bro? Like, I'm going to let him up. I don't know if this dude's a Muslim. He might want to cook one of us.
Yeah, maybe he can cook Jai. Jai is ready to be cooked.
Amen, my man.
Let's see.
You a Muslim?
It's me, bro, from Clubhouse. Travis knows me. I mean, come on, bro. I just got a question, man. Travis, you had a plethora of books you would use in his sources the other day. I looked a lot of them up, man, but I don't have $80 and $90, $100 to be dropping on books. Does anybody know where to get some of these hardcover books, like the Hadaya? Anybody?
I don't recommend you to buy Hadaya. Buy other books, but not Hadaya.
Okay, I thought that was like the oldest Hanafi Muhammadan law.
No, it's not that good. There's much better than that.
Cool. Travis, you in the Matrix, man.
What about the Internet Archive? Is that a good spot, Rob, to go and get information? Have you seen Internet Archive? It has a lot of books there.
Archive.org has most of the books. If you can't find it on archive.org, you have to go to nur-book.com.
So archive.org or what?
Noor, Noor dash book dot, what was it again, .com? Can't remember.
Yeah.
Let me check. Noor book. Noor
Everybody should be writing this stuff down.
Noor book. Look, I download my books either from archive.org. And why should I buy them, brother? Why should I spend thousands of dollars? Well, I can download them for free, provided by Arab Muslims for free. Look, for example, here's a book that I love to read, Al-Muhalla li Ibn Hazm. The same guy, the liar, who lived in the 11th century, right? Ibn Hazm al-Andalusi. You can download his book for free. Al-Muhalla. This is the same scholar who said that the Torah and Injil are corrupted. He started it all, right, Jai? Nobody else before him.
Wow.
Because the early Muslims, specifically the three first generation of Muslims, they did not believe that the Torah and Injil were corrupted. So this scholar, right, for example, he came up with this in the 11th century.
That's archive.org you got that from? Or
No, that's Noor book. You can find the same book also on archive. But look, Noor book, noor-book.com.
Yeah. You are the bomb, bro. I feel I have to take a screenshot of this because I'm on the freaking stage with a bunch of black belts. Travis, Jay, Amin. I mean, I don't deserve to be up here. I'm gonna drop down. I just had those questions. Amin, my man. I love you, bro. I've been watching you for so long. It's your friend from New York. Don't diss me like that again, bro.
Bro, what's your name on Clubhouse?
It was Sli-Fi, but it was also William Money. I had the same picture.
Man, I haven't been on Clubhouse in a minute. It's been a while.
Dude. Me neither. It's been a long while, man. Hey, isn't it great how we watch God Logic and you grow? I mean, we were chilling on Clubhouse, and then all of a sudden, you guys are all across the nation, man. I love it. You guys are the best.
Yeah, man. I mean, Avery really took it to the next level. So make sure you guys, again, guys, if that's another, I'm pretty sure most of you guys know Avery, but follow him, support his content too, support Rob, help them to get to full-time ministry, especially our brother Rob here. He is a Christian sheikh. This dude knows almost everything. He knows more than Allah.
Rob Christian is a black belt at what he does. Travis, black belt at what he does. I mean, that's why I came up here and asked you about those sources, because if there was any time I wanted to come up and have a bunch of, black belts on stage and ask a question, now is the time. And I appreciate you letting me up, Amen. And I hope everybody wrote down those the books, those sites that Rob gave, man, because without these guys giving that information, where would we be? Where would we be without Travis coming up and dropping God bombs every day, man? God bombs every day.
Li-Fi, can I give you one more advice, brother?
Yes.
If you go to my YouTube channel, any live stream, brother, all the books that we've showed basically today, I've showed them in the past and in my recent videos, live shows. You can find them either in the replay chat or in the comment section under the videos, under the live shows. Awesome. Our admins provide them. I always drop the links that I use, always in the replay chat on my YouTube channel, brother, in the live stream.
That's excellent, man. You guys are the best, and I hope everybody's listening. We should all be as knowledgeable as these cats within the next year. You know what I'm saying? They give us what we need to build a base of what we need to defend, man. It's just great, man. You guys are the best. All right, I'm gonna go, man. Have a great day. Travis, love you, bro. Rob, love you. Amen, love you.
Love you, bro.
Jai, you madman, Jai. You are a madman, you and daughter of Christ. Holy cow. Keep up the good work. Keep up the good work, man. God bless you guys.
God bless you too, brother. God bless you.
Last time I checked, Jai is one of the most sweetest guy that I ever met in my life.
I don't think I've ever heard him get mad. I've heard Logic get a little on edge, man. You know what I mean? It took a couple months, but Jai, he's just like floating on a cloud, man.
No, Jai is a beast, bro. Yeah, Jai is a beast. That's true. Guys, there's a Muslim, proud Muslim in the chat. He says that Circle Dawah,
princess.
Yeah, Circle Dawah has cooked all of us, Jai. Circle Dawah has cooked all of us. Did you?
Yeah, I must have been asleep when he did that. When did he do that?
Yeah,
I don't know, but last time I checked, In one of my recent debates with him, he became an apostate. Go watch it. Central Dawah becomes an apostate at the hands of Rob Christian 1 month ago. Go watch it. Go watch how he became an apostate. Go watch it. How did he cook us if he's not an apostate? Go watch it on my YouTube
The only
channel.
time I've ever interacted with the guy, and Black Doctor can attest to this, the only time I've ever interacted with him, he started cursing us out, like just going crazy. Like the guy went like berserk, like he went crazy. Ask Black Doctor. That's like, I think I've only talked to the guy like 1 or 2 times. I just let you guys cook him. I never really interact with him.
Jai, Habibi. I was quoting Ibn Abbas. You know the famous hadith about Allah being a young boy? Right?
Yeah.
The hadith, look, if I pull up the book, just to show you why it made him go crazy. So he became an apostate on my hands, and then I quoted Ibn Abbas, and he thought that I was insulting him. Look, I quoted Ibn Abbas when Ibn Abbas said to one of the questioners about the hadith, he said to him, La umma lak. And I told him, La umma lak ya circle dawah. And he thought that I was insulting him. Look, here is my proof, guys. I wasn't even consulting him. I was quoting Ibn Abbas. I, Rob Christian, was quoting Ibn Abbas when Ibn Abbas in that famous hadith said Allah is a young kid, a beardless young kid. Look, here's the book of Ibn Taymiyyah, guys. The book of Ibn Taymiyyah, right? I've done multiple videos about it. Go watch it. Bayan Talbis al-Jahmiyyah, volume 7 by Shaykh al-Islam Ibn Taymiyyah. This is the cover. We're going to prove again from this book that Allah is a young kid. A what? Young kid. So I was only quoting what Ibn Abbas said. Look, page 290. عن Ibn Abbas. هل رأى محمد ربه? Did Muhammad see his Lord? Right. They are asking Ibn Abbas. Ibn Abbas said, قال نعم. قال وكيف رآه? How did he see him? قال في صورة شاب دون سترا من لؤلؤ. He saw him without a hijab. He saw him without a veil. So guys, the logic is, according to Ibn Abbas, when Allah removes his hijab, like I'm woman, because women in Islam have hijab, when Allah removes his girly hijab, Muhammad was able to see him. هل رأى محمد ربه? قال نعم. So Allah then removes his hijab and he sees him. How did he see him? As a young boy. في صورة شاب. As a young kid. And then look, when this questioner keeps asking Ibn Abbas, look, it says, فَقُلْتْ أَنَا لِابْنُ Abbas. I said to Ibn Abbas, أَلَيْسَ فِي قَوْلَهُ تَعَالَى. Doesn't Allah in the Quran says in Surah Al-An'am, ayah 103, no one is able to see Allah, but everyone can see him, Surah Al-An'am 103. Then Ibn Abbas said, قَالَ Ibn Abbas, لَا أُمَّ لَكَ. So I quoted Ibn Abbas, and the guys thought that I was insulting him. And then look, and now I'm going to cook Omar again. When Omar did a live show about me to supposedly refute me about Allah being a young kid, he said, إِنَّهَا رُؤْيَةَ عَيْنٍ is not on the page. I did a video about Omar, you know, the boyfriend of Circle Dawah. I showed him in the video that it's on the page. Look, إِنَّهَا رُؤْيَةَ عَيْنٍ يعني شافه بعينيه الاثنين.
I saw him with my eyes.
I saw Muhammad saw Allah with his eyes. Look, كما في الحديث الصحيح المرفوع, as mentioned in the hadith that is authentic, that is connected. مرفوع means connected. عن قتادة, عن عكرمة, عن ابن عباس قال رسول الله. So we have an authentic chain that is connected to the mouth of Muhammad. قال رسول الله رأيت ربي في صورة شاب أمرد له وفرة جعد قطط في روضة خضراء. Translation, Muhammad said, I saw my Lord in the image of a young beardless boy. Wow. With curly hair, ja'at qutat, curly hair, in a green garment, with a green garment on his body. So in other words, guys, Allah, as we speak, guys, Allah looks like this. This is Allah, guys. This is Allah according to Muhammad. Now, to be more clear, actually, he looks more closer to this.
That's funny.
Bro,
yeah.
you look a Lucky Charms character?
Yeah, Prince, bro, Talib Falk, come up here, bro. Like he's saying this is how you trick Western Christians. Apparently, he's saying you mistranslated. Why don't you explain to us what Ru'ya Ta'ain means? Ru'ya Ta'ain. What does it mean, bro? How is that a mistranslation when that's what it says? It says he saw him with his eyes.
He saw him with his eyes. Yes. And by the way, I want to ask the Muslims: Is al-Isra wal Mi'raj, are they yaqada? Did it really happen? Did Muhammad really jump on the back of Buraq to fly to the seven heavens on Laylat al-Isra wal Mi'raj? Is it yaqada? Did it really happen? Or was it manam? هل هي يقظة أم منام?
Or dream, yeah.
Is it really? Did it really happen? Did Muhammad physically jump on the back of Buraq and fly to the seven heavens to get the 50 prayers and see Allah praying? By the way, Allah was praying. Even Jibril says to Muhammad, wait, Allah is praying. Let Allah finish his prayer. Qif rawaydan. Inna rabbuka yusalli. And then Muhammad says, Ahwa yusalli ya Jibril? Yes, Allah prays. Qala Jibril, na'am. You can find this in Ibn Kathir. You can find this in Kanz al-Ummal, many books. In Sirah al-Halabiyya by al-Halabi, authentic sources. So he did not only found out that Allah was praying like a nice little mu'min Muslim, because remember, one of the 99 names of Allah is al-mu'min, the believer. So Allah is a Muslim, is a believer. And on top of that, he saw him like a young Tito or Jermaine Jackson in their prime. You know, in the 70s, A, B, C, 1, 2, 3. That's how Allah looked like. But an afro, bro.
Yeah, I don't think any of these Muslims are gonna come up. So I'll probably, because we've been live for like 3 hours, and I do got some stuff to do. I'll probably stay open for like.
Before you end, bro, I just want to make one comment. Hit was asking about the Farid video. I didn't get to come back. But one of the comments that he made was that Farid was talking about the quote that either Ibn Abbas or Al-Bukhari said that it's impossible to corrupt the Torah. So according to Ibn al-Qayyim, he says that that's Al-Bukhari who says that. You have other scholars who say, actually, no, it's Ibn Abbas who says it. So they're divided on who says what. So the question is not, does Ibn al-Qayyim say Al-Bukhari says it? The question is, who actually said it? Did Al-Bukhari say it or Ibn Abbas? So like I said, you can put even that to the side. It doesn't really even matter to me, because he lists a whole group of scholars who say that the Torah is preserved. So Farid didn't give us an answer. He didn't say Al-Bukhari said it or Ibn Abbas said it. He didn't tell us who said it. All he said was that some scholars say this and some scholars say that.
You're referring to Ibn Qayyim, right, Jai?
Yeah, he didn't even tell us. He didn't even give us the answer. He didn't even say to us which one is it. He just said some scholars say this, some scholars say that. So
can you provide the reference for the statement of Ibn Qayyim, brother? Al-Qayyim. By the way, for the people who don't know, Al-Qayyim is the student of Ibn Taymiyyah, and Shaykh al-Albani says, anyone here who did not read, again, guys, Shaykh al-Albani, add this one on top, bro. Shaykh al-Albani said, anyone who doesn't read the books of Al-Qayyim and Shaykh al-Islam Ibn Taymiyyah, he is misguided, meaning he's not a Muslim.
Crazy.
Give them the reference, brother Jai, if you don't.
Exactly. Yeah, let me pull up the reference. Let's see.
Hey, while he pulls that up, no, William, what I meant was the Hanafi school is the oldest. The oldest. But I bought the Hidayah because people like Omar, the Muslims, sleep with it under their pillow. and this book teaches that you can do things with infants, and you can do sexual, or you can do graping with your wife because she's your property and all this stuff. So that's the only reason I bought that book.
Yeah.
There's a brother in the chat, Rob. He's asking a question. He says he wanted to I guess he didn't give the exact question, but apparently there's something in the book called al-Ahkam, volume 3, 460.
What?
I don't know. I guess there's a book called al-Ahkam.
Al-Ahkam?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't know. Maybe Jai knows this one. I don't know. I never heard of it.
Oh, sorry, I was getting the reference. What was it again? Can you say it again?
Is there a book called Ahkam?
I think he said sorry, Umda or something like that. Umda al-Ahkam.
I know about Umdat al-Qari, but not Umda.
Yeah.
You have to give me the full title, bro. There's no, yeah, it's too, you need to give me the full title of the book. That would make it much easier. If you give me the book title, I will download it within 2 minutes.
So he wants like the book, or just what does he want?
Umdat al-Sa'id.
Yeah, I see it here. Umdat al-Ahkam. Yes.
Oh, it is Umdat. Oh, I think you are referring to that Muhammad admits that Allah is shaitan. Don't use it because on page, what was it again? They said page 400 something, right?
60,
that hadith does not exist. It's a fabricated lie by somewhere on the internet. Brothers and sisters, I know now what he's referring to, guys. That hadith does not exist. Somebody, I think probably a Shia, created a hadith out of his buttocks. It does not exist. So do not use it that Allah is shaitan. Do not use it, please. It's a fabricated hadith. Okay? This hadith, guys, let me tell you, it's now becoming popular on TikTok, but it's a fabricated hadith. Because we are Christians, you are not allowed to lie. So it's very important, specifically for me or any brother here on the panel. We will never quote you something that is not truly found in the Islamic books. When I did my research about that hadith, I found out that that hadith is a fabricated hadith and a big chance it was a Shia person who created that hadith to basically lie about the Sunni books. So please don't use it.
Jai, I'm gonna after Jai gives that source, I'm gonna close it out.
Jai waiting for you.
If you check on the channel, the video called Farid won't respond. I have the translation. Let me get the reference though. Ighafat al-Lahfan by Ibn al-Qayyim al-Jawziyah. And we have, where does it start? Page
Sorry, what's the book
351.
title? The book title again?
Ighafat al-Lahfan.
Aywa.
Yeah. And page 3, volume 2, page, is that 351? Yeah, 351.
Oh, yeah.
I think it goes for like 3 or 4 pages.
Oh, okay, beautiful. Everybody take notes, please, because this is important.
Yeah, this tells you that there are Muslim scholars who held the position that the Torah is completely preserved word for word. There's no corruption at all. That's what they believed. And then there are others who said that you could use they do believe it's corrupt. He gives you different scholars who believe different things. But the question, that the challenge that Farid was making was, show me one scholar, just show me one classical scholar that believed that the Torah has been preserved and uncorrupted. And so he says there's a whole group of Muslim scholars. So there you go.
Beautiful.
All right, guys. Paul is saying you should have done more. Bro, we've been here for like 3 hours. Only 2 Muslims came up. I don't know what it is about Avery.
But brother, I mean, if you want to stay longer, I can go down and Paul can come up or something. If you want to go for 30 minutes more,
No, I gotta get ready. I gotta start cooking dinner and stuff in a little bit, making food for my wife and my daughter before they get home. But this is sad, bro. Like, I don't know why y'all foam at the mouth in the comments. Y'all make all kind of response or rebuttal videos about things that we say. But then when we actually ask you guys to come up and deal with the arguments, you guys don't want to do it. Like make that make sense. Umar Prince, you've been in the comments foaming at the mouth like Muhammad when he received revelation for the past 30 minutes, but you won't come up. So the next time you come in here, bro, and you start doing, I'm just gonna mute you.
So we're not taking the Injil off the milk carton today, guys. So like Bobby Boucher says, the search continues.
I will go live after this, and if anyone wants to follow, and I'll continue.
This was
the
a
same
fun live
topic as
stream.
yesterday.
Thank you, brother. I mean, everyone go to James if you want to continue the live show. Thank you, guys. God bless you.
You the same thing. Do the Muslims follow the Injil from the past?
Beautiful.
Yeah. James,
Awesome.
I'm gonna I'll probably join, but I won't talk because I'm about to start getting. I've been off for the past couple of days, so praise be to God. That's the only reason why I've been able to do these live streams. So thank God that I've been able to like actually get off and devote time to doing these live streams. And we had a Muslim who converted and came to Christ. So again, I've been praying that I was able to do this, and thank God that we have. So, anyways, guys, I'm gonna migrate over to Brother James' live stream. Like I said, I'll come up. I may not be able to speak much because I'm going to be doing something. But everybody, go follow James. Go subscribe to him. You know, so that when he goes live in a little bit, James, you're going to do it right now, or you're going to what?
Just give me 10 minutes, right? 10 minutes, guys, and we'll go live, and we can continue. Do Muslims believe in the previous scriptures?
Okay, great. All right, guys. So God bless. In about 10 minutes, go check out James, and we'll continue this conversation over there.
God bless you. God bless. Amen.